Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Decidedly Vanilla Season 5. It is episode 34, and we are starting off with this episode over here at our amazing tree farm that we built up in the last episode. If you have not seen that episode, then stop watching this video, pause the video, go watch that episode, and come back here because, my god, we did so much in that episode. This entire tree farm got completely built up. We had a lot of different shenanigans and derps and facepalmage happen in that episode, but we now have ourselves a very good tree farm. As you can see, we got the actual tree farm here, a little squisher thing, and then there's even a blast chamber up over in this area. Oh, there's even a creeper somewhere. I saw that barely out of the corner of my eye. Where is he at? I do not want any creepers. He's down there in the bottom left. You might be able to see him. Sneaky creeper. Do not like him. Go away, Bob. So yeah, this thing is just super nice. I'm extremely happy with this system. We do, however, still need to make a lot of modifications to this. So we need to actually get storage done. We need to make this thing actually look kind of nice as well. We need a proper way in here. We need to work on the skeleton spawner that we have behind that wall over there. There's a lot of different things that we need to get done. So yeah, let's just kind of get to it, shall we? There is one thing that we need to do before we start work on the tree farm, and that is actually repair our Elytra. I have been doing quite a bit of flying recently. As you can see, this thing is down to 44 durability. Definitely got to get that repaired. But there's also one more thing over here I've not shown you guys on YouTube, and that is this massive carpet that we now have at the gold farm. If I can get flying, you can see that we gathered a ton of resources for kind of a spontaneous decoration project. And it looks pretty good, honestly. Just kind of an on-the-fly decision to put carpet everywhere down here. It's so much better than all the bedrock that we had here before. Looks like I'm missing a carpet. Dang it, gonna have to go fix that. Also installed a couple of slime blocks right here so that there's actually a safe exit out of the farm. Because, you know, that's always a very nice thing to have. Don't want to be falling to your death or anything. And once you're done repairing all your goods, you can kind of just walk out of the farm just like so. Fall down here to the bottom. Perfectly fine, and then fly right to the exit. It's honestly quite glorious. And here we are back at the tree farm. So just kind of thinking through all the different things that we need to do, I think the best plan of action would be to actually upgrade our skeleton spawner first. That way, as we're working on everything else, we can have the chance to get a few bones from it. So I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to try and mine it this way, see if we can actually hit the skeleton spawner room. It should be somewhere over here. I know we're not that far away from it. Yeah, there we go. So here's the enchantment table from the room. So basically what I need to do is kind of link this up to the hallway that's going to be going right here for all of our storage. And then we can kind of modify our skeleton spawner. I'm just in the middle of modifying our skeleton spawner a little bit, and I found a weird little, I guess you could call it bug, where I'm not moving, but I'm standing in the water. I can take off my boots, I'm not moving at all. Open the F3 and you can see my coordinates. I am not moving whatsoever. Very strange, but if I move a little bit that way, then I start moving. But, I've never seen anything like this before. I don't know, just thought I would share it with you. And with this, our modified skeleton spawner should be completely active. In fact, we should actually have some skeletons coming down. Oh, there's a torch right there. That would explain it. Anyway, I'm gonna run before all those guys start attacking me. And there's just a bubble elevator going up and then a drop chute down. Very simple. I just kind of rerouted it so that it goes into this hallway right here instead of into this hallway room thing over here. And what I'm planning on doing is either having some dogs AFK killing the skeletons. I'm not entirely sure how to set that up, and I don't have any dogs. Or I might just put like a magma block right there and then like some item filters for the bones. That's the more likely cause. Either way, we're gonna need some item filters, so let me get some more work done on this modified spawner. So just a little while later now, and this skeleton spawner is now fully active. As you can see, we got our skeletons dropping down from above. They die on the magma block right there. There is a hopper minecart underneath this thing, and then all of our items just kind of get filtered out the backside. So the bones go around this way into our item elevator, which we actually had to remove our beacon for, so bye-bye haste 2. And then restoring a couple of the bones, or sorry, a couple of the arrows. I don't know why. Maybe someday we'll want a random double chest of arrows, but other than that, everything is getting burned into lava. Not very complex whatsoever, and we have a 6 double chests of bone storage. So just from building that, we got ourselves, you know, 4.5 stacks of bones. Of course, it's not nearly enough to actually supply this farm with bone meal, but while we're standing anywhere in this kind of hallway right here or anywhere inside of this room for the, bone mealing of the trees, we're actually activating that spawner. So no matter when we're using this farm, we'll always be getting a little supplement of a bone meal, just a little bit, but we're still definitely going to need to either buy a whole ton more or build ourselves a mob farm. Now that we have our skeleton spawner in place, I want to figure out the storage for this entire farm. So anytime we use this farm as of now, all the logs kind of just get dropped off right here and then start despawning. So that's not a very good thing. So we need to actually put in some proper storage. And this is going to be 10 double chests long. We're going to have 2 rows of double chests for each type of log. So we're going to have, spruce, dark oak, or no, spruce, oak, acacia, birch, and jungle? I think that's all the different types. Not entirely sure, but it sounds about right. So I think we'll do this maybe 3 tall, and then I also want to have a little bit of shulker storage down here below this as well. So we'll have just like a shulker box that will get filled up with logs, and that'll get filled up first, and then our double chest will get filled up. So overall, we should have a fair amount of storage for this thing. It definitely many hours worth of AFK. Oh man, I already missed the haste 2 beacon. I am so used to living with haste that this is just so terribly slow. It's super painful. I'm not even finding enough things to say before I mine this all out. That was like maybe 30 blocks. So painful. What does that say about me as a player? I'm just so used to the haste beacon. Jeez, pathetic. Oh no, there's even more things up here that I need to mine out. Torture, utter torture. So I went ahead and got a little bit of this storage system built up, and if I can hop on up here, you can see that so far it is pretty basic. We got ourselves a few item filters, and then what is the beginnings of a water stream. Just need to put in the rest of our subscribe fishies, and we will be good to go on this side. And because I don't actually have any oak, we're going to have to actually farm some using the farm. So those will all fill into these slots. For now, I'm just gonna put like some placeholder items in there, and we should be able to go ahead and just like put some water in this water stream, see if it actually functions the way that I think it should. So get ourselves some ice, and that should flow that way. Fantastic. And now we're going to need 1 more piece of ice right here. Now, can I place a pressure plate on top of that? I cannot. Okay, so I'm gonna need to get myself a sign. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of signs in my box of use. Very useful to have all these random different items. I use that box like every time I do a project. Okay, so let's get ourselves a sign right there. Hopefully that doesn't ever melt. I guess I'll go ahead and put the next stair right there just to contain it if it does melt. So let's go ahead and actually test this thing out now. We can go ahead and throw in some redstone dust, and that seems to be flowing just fine. And oh dang it, this thing already melted. Really? Jeez. I guess there is a jack-o'-lantern right underneath there, so maybe that's what caused it. It must have. Okay, well that's fine. I got 8 more pieces of ice, so we can try that 8 more times. And another flaw is that this is right here. Of course, I should have seen that one. All of this should be fine now. Now we can actually go ahead and try this thing out properly. Throw in some items, and they should go all the way around there. They're going that way, and then how do they turn out right here? Okay, so that actually looks fine. Very nice. So what is in this first slot? That is spruce. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and toss in a few spruce logs and see how that works out. If they get picked up by this first hopper, then we know we're doing things correct. If they don't, then we've done something terribly wrong, and it doesn't look like they're getting picked up. Well, but... So I think the problem might have been that we were using normal chests. Now, I'm pretty sure normal chests and ender chests have the same hitbox, but you always see people using ender chests in these systems, and there might be a reason for that. So let's go ahead and throw in some more spruce logs, and we will see if those actually get picked up by the first hopper right here. I'm pretty sure they should. Everything should be fully functional, and yeah, cool. So it looks like they did. Fantastic. So now all I really need to do is hook up this right here into our other water stream that we have right there. And I think that that might even actually be at the same Y level Fantastic. I did not plan that whatsoever, but that makes everything much easier. These water streams are now hooked up to one another, and my main question is, will everything get sorted? So we can go ahead and throw in a whole bunch of logs into there and follow this down, and it looks like everything, well, that's not a problem I anticipated having. How can we fix that? Interesting. Maybe what we can do is we can push this water stream into this one right here. So we can kind of like move it a couple blocks this way, and then everything should be lined up correctly. Yeah, that's a terrible explanation, but I'm gonna go ahead and build it, and then hopefully it'll make sense. Oh, the water. No, the water. No, no, no. Okay. Nothing down there matters. Let's just keep on going down forever. But my main question is, what got broken down here? It doesn't look good. I have no idea what needs to be going here originally. Like, is all of this part of the actual build? I usually only use stone bricks for the actual build itself, but I can't tell if anything's broken from that. I hope not, because this thing is super complicated. Even one repeater being out, the entire thing is broken. Okay, so let me double check the world download, I suppose, and I will see if everything is broken or not. I hope it's not. So it doesn't appear that any redstone down there actually got damaged at all. And what I've actually done to fix this problem ever happening again in the future is actually just go around and poke in a couple holes in the ground. And I did that down here as well. And what this will do is it will actually manipulate the water into flowing into it, because the water always searches for the lowest elevation. So just by putting a couple holes here and there in your redstone circuits and the floor, you'll never actually have that much water damage, because it's not going to be flowing out to the entire area. It's going to be flowing directly to one of these. So pro tip, I guess, if you're messing with a whole bunch of water streams and you got redstone nearby, definitely put a couple holes in the ground. Could save you a lot of water damage in the long run, and it doesn't take that much time. Anyway, I think everything up here is now good, and this is what I meant by redirect the water stream. So all the items will basically just flow right into the center of this one. So this thing now is completely functional, but not quite in the way that I was hoping. So as you can see, the items go around once, and then they have to go around a second time to actually go into the item filters, which is slightly annoying, and this is also a thing that I need to change. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, I'm not sure why they don't go in there the first time. Like, they're already up against this wall, and then this water is pushing them to the side right there. I guess it's only technically pushing them a little bit right there. Oh, interesting. So maybe if we remove that block. Okay, so now both of these are pushing that way. Interesting. Can we do that once more? Yes, we can. So move that block. And now all three of these water sources are pushing towards that edge. Maybe that's what I need to do to fix this. I've never had to do this kind of dealio before with the new update aquatic items and the floatingness. So kind of an interesting little challenge. And that's broken still, dang it. And 70,000 attempts later, it finally picks them up on the first try. Fantastic. We can throw some items right there, I suppose. And yeah, as you can see, they're all getting picked up. So having these like diagonal water sources right here is kind of the key to that. So we could probably modify this a little bit, but it's functional as is, and it's not going to affect anything decor-wise. At least I don't think so. So I'm going to leave it like that in all of its glory and jankiness. And we can move on to actually doing some other projects on this build. That took an extremely long time. So the tree farm just harvested, and you can now see all the different logs going around our little water stream system. Honestly, kind of cool. I like it. Glad this system does actually work. And these ones are just cycling around because each time the blast chamber harvests, you actually get about 3 stacks of items. So it takes a little while for the hoppers to pick it all up. Before I actually start making this place look good, there is one more thing I want to do with this actual tree farm, and that is test out if the actual oak setting does work. So we have a little bit of an oak switch right here, and I think if you flick this, then the blocks in the ceiling should go down. Fantastic. And now I want to try this out. I have not tried this out before, so we're going to see how this goes. Where are my saplings? Thank you very much. Oak saplings. And yeah, just cross your fingers, because everything could very well just break right now, and that would be absolutely terrible. No, I have no idea what just happened and everything is broken. This is very, very, very broken. I do not like the look of this. Please tell me something bad did not just happen. All of these pistons are extended. Why? That shouldn't be happening. They get powered by an observer. How did that happen? Did the server just crash or something? I don't think so. Oh, that is, it's so very broken. So very broken. Oh my. Okay. How does this even happen? Ouch. This is bad. Oh my. Oh man. I really don't know what to say besides, oh my, it's very, very broken. Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, now stuff is happening. Was that just like an extreme case of lag? Because if so, that just broke like half of my tree farm. Thank you very much, game. Appreciate it. Can we try that? There we go. That didn't really fix anything. I just remembered one thing that was mentioned in the tutorial, and that is that oak trees, if they have the correct skylight, can actually grow randomly, and that random grow can actually break your farm. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So if you look at the F3 screen, you can see light, and it says 14 sky, 8 block. And originally I didn't worry about this whatsoever because I'm like, oh yeah, we're underground. How is there gonna be skylight? But yeah, we had a beacon. So if we plug that off, we should go to 0 sky. Noob mistake. But what can I say? I thought I was underground, but apparently like that stuff doesn't work as regular light does because this entire farm is like completely encased. But somehow there was still skylight 8 right here on this block. As you can see, right now it says 2 sky. How is there 2 sky? We're completely underground. I know for sure this time that we're completely underground. Either way, if we go ahead and turn that on, we should also go down to, yeah, so I think we're good now. It does have 8 block light, so I need to find a light source and get rid of that. This should be on 7 block light to prevent any random growths. And that might take a little while. There is, oh, it's probably this torch right here. Yeah, 7 block light. Okay, sweet. So that was actually super easy. But now, hopefully we won't have any more random trees growing. And it really didn't take that long to fix. Anyway, let's actually start making this place look half decent, shall we? So it is now a while later, and I have done a ton of work on the decoration of this thing. And honestly, it is looking pretty okay. We got a whole bunch of burning logs as like our, you know, lighting for this level, because if you're building a tree farm in an evil theme, you can't not be burning some logs. I mean, come on, it's like basically mandatory. And honestly, I really like this little design right here. It's such a small and compact one, but looks pretty nice. It's like quaint, it's cute. Got some ender chests and crafting tables, and then we get to the actual storage and good parts. So over here we got our skeleton spawner. So right here we have like the elevator going up, and then we have the kind of, you know, drop chute. Now, because I put a bubble column right here, I actually went ahead and put a lava blade above there as well. So they fall through some lava, then they fall in here, and then they die on the magma blocks. And we've gotten an okay amount of bones. Again, this isn't really gonna supply us with a ton. It's mostly just for looks at this point, but it is somewhat helpful. And then over here, we're gonna have sapling storage. So we got 5 shulker boxes, or room for 5 shulker boxes for all the different saplings that we get, because we get so many saplings from this thing. Yeah, you can see we got like 9 stacks of spruce saplings pretty much immediately. And we got bone meal storage over here, more shulker boxes for bone meal and bones, and then all the log storage over here. I'm planning on having shulker boxes down here as well for actually filling up with logs. So if we need like a full shulker box of a birch wood, if we want to burn a whole bunch of birch wood in lava, we can grab the shulker box, just throw it straight in lava. It'll be perfect. So all I really need to do now is go ahead and get the nether portal in place in that back wall right there. And then I also need to decorate the inside of the tree farm as well. So as you can see right now, it's looking pretty plain and boring, but this will not be too hard to decorate whatsoever. And with these 4 shulker boxes right here, I think this project is more or less complete. It is looking very fine. I do need to go through and dye these shulker boxes. I'm just not sure what color to dye them as of now. But we got our sapling storage in place. We got the bone meal storage in place. All of this storage done. This thing done. It's looking honestly pretty fantastic in here. The inside of the farm is also decorated as well. Just decided to keep it nice and simple and just go for straight up dark or normal nether brick, and it looks very dark and menacing in here. I'm honestly a fan. Looking very scary. A lot of trees are gonna die from this farm. It's basically like a tree butchery, or whatever proper word you would use there. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this area over here. I think we're mostly going to just block off of this room. There's no reason to really ever come in here again, so yeah, no reason to have a way in there or anything. We'll just kind of block it off and ignore it, pretend it never existed basically. And now the only way into this place is going to be through the nether. I already linked that up to a new portal by our other 2 in the nether, so it is doing very fine. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me this episode of Decidedly Vanilla. I do hope that you did enjoy this episode. If you did, then be sure to let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below, or you can just leave a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing as well so you don't miss the next tutorial or video or episode that I upload. I'm getting my outros all mixed up. But anyway, again, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you down in the comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.